Hi everyone, so in today's video I'm going to be using Spellbinders Small Die of the Month for February of 2026. I really been wanting to make a gatefold card, so I think I'm going to do that today, and I already grabbed some papers to kind of get that going, and then we'll use some of the dies from this to make it super cute. So I will say I did a whole unboxing of the All Clubs crate, and I'll link that video down in the description box so you can check that out, because we're just going to get right to it today. And then yeah, you know, these items were sent free of charge from our review, and of course all opinions are my own, and the links I'll have down in the description box will be affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission if you purchase items through those links. I will say this is a short month, and usually black out the end of the month, so if you're going to be new, I don't know if it's still available, but I am making the tutorial for you guys just to see kind of an idea of what you can do with these guys, right? So yeah, I'm not 100% sure on that, sorry. But let's put these guys to the side. I forgot to check. I just realized it's already like the 22nd, 23rd, whatever today is. Okay, so I'm just taking an A2 piece of cardstock, and you know, you can make these gatefold cards in the length like this, like a 10-fold, but you know, you'd fold them in on the sides, so it's going to be kind of an interesting shape, right? It'd still be A2, but it opens out like this. I'm going to make it more of just your typical shape, so I'm going to cut this at 5.5 inches. And for a gatefold, for an A2 size card, basically, you know, your card needs to be 4 1/4. This is 8.5 paper, so it needs to be 2 1/8 of an inch on either side. So 2 1/8, because 2 1/8 plus 2 1/8 is 4 1/4. So there we go. 2 1/8 and 2 1/8. And on your Spellbinders trimmer or any board that has something like this, every single little notch here in the inches is a 1/16, right? So I'm doing 2 1/8, so not the first one, but the next one, 2 1/8. That's where I'm lining this up at. And so just halfway between the 1/4 inch, right? 2 1/8. And then I'm just gonna make a panel to go over this. So whenever I score these, oh, I bent that a little bit. Oh well, okay. I kind of try to put it together as much as I can in the center so it's really lined up and nice, and then I'll score. I'm holding it right nice and tight, and then I'll score away from that, so it just keeps it where it should be, nice and gatefolded. A lot of times I'll make a belly band and things like that, but I don't think I'm gonna do that today. So I have this pretty paper, again, just paper from my stash. I'm going to cut this all at once and then in half. So at 5 3/8, because I like 1/8 of an inch matte layers, but if you want quarters, 5 1/4. If you like to matte layer the whole thing, 5 1/2, you know? So 5 1/4, I'm sorry, 5 3/8. And I'm still gonna go ahead and do 4 1/8, because that's my preference, right? Again, for the 1/8 of an inch. And then I'm just gonna cut this in half. So if you can imagine, that's 4 1/8. That means I'm gonna cut it at 2 1/16. So again, 2, and then just that little notch right after it, right? And the second one would be an 1/8 again. So 2 1/16. Cut that guy in half. Oh, and I did switch out my blade, guys. So I have a brand new blade in here. Everything is well here. Okay, so, you know, they're like this. If you want it to match up again, which I do, you're just going to glue them down like that. And I made it that way so it's not a panel here and a panel here. It just meets up in the center, okay? But if you want, you know, the little pink edge, then obviously make these thinner so you have edge all around. But that's not what I was going for, so here we are. All right, I'm just going to glue these guys down. And then, you know, whatever dies you have in your stash, I'm going to cut, I think, like an oval die, and then maybe a scalloped oval if I have something like that, to top this off. So again, I'm buttoning this up right to the center. And right away, that card, I don't know if you heard that card that just passed, it was quite loud. And last night, I woke up hearing a train, and I'm like, I literally have never heard a train come through here. There are, you know, there's a train not too far from here, but like, I've never heard that. So I'm like, that's weird. I have no idea. Maybe some windows were open or something, because I was like, that's scary. Why am I hearing a train? Anyway, I'm going to glue this one again right to the center and just make sure it's nice and lined up there. And for on top of this, I'm going to do a scalloped oval and then like another oval right on top of that. So I'll probably cut the scalloped oval from like this pink paper so it coordinates again with the base, and then just some white cardstock. Okay, so just a couple layering or nesting dies, whatever it is that you want, and I'll be right back. so I have that stuck down. I have these layering pieces. Again, whatever it is that you want to use. Great. And so let me think. I did bring out the clear stamp of the month again, photopolymer stamp set here. That's so cute. I'm trying to think. Maybe I'm gonna do Hello Spring. Just the top here, and then maybe I'll add some of this greenery and things. Obviously you can do your whole, I mean, you can even do that still on this, the whole wheelbarrow and everything, you know, and have it kind of hanging off the side, you know, real cute. But I'm gonna pop this on here, and I'm not gonna stick that down quite yet, because what I think I'll do is with some of this greenery and things, I'm probably gonna cut it at the bottom so it looks a little more organic. And this is a little bit scary because I'm gonna go for it. So something's like an oval sometimes, at least for me, it's hard to tell what is straight. Like that looks, even on here, I'm trying to line this up nice and straight, and I don't think I'm doing it. Let's go here. Okay. And I'm just gonna hold my breath. Hopefully I put that straight. I'm not going to stamp it somewhere else and cut it with the die set. Very interesting enough. Now they don't just have the stamp by itself, it's stamp and die. That's the way you're going to get it, or through the All Clubs crate, so you're always going to have the dies that go with it anyway. But I think I did pretty well. Okay. Like I said, I'm not going to glue this down yet. And so all these cuties, I'm just going to run these through some different greeneries. You know, we have all these big leaves, you have sprigs, you have you know, tall grass, it looks like. I mean, the little eggs with the little chicks and bunnies, and ways that you can dress those up if that's what you want to do. Again, you have your wheelbarrow, you have little carrots, the flowers, and yeah, I'm just gonna run some different things through. There's not a lot of flowers on this. I mean, there's this one that I suppose goes with these little guys. So maybe I'll focus on a couple of stems of those, you know, but I'll be right back. So I ran quite a few items through. You know, I'm thinking something like this, and I may or may not cut off the bottom. I don't know. I wasn't sure on that yet. But having a little framing, maybe a little of the tall grass. It could be in the back and it could be in the front. I don't know. I might need some more pieces. But these guys, so now that we're towards the end of the month, some of the examples have two of the little blooms, and some only have one. And I will say, like this, you know, one just like that. But the dies do cut two at a time, and then you have two stems. So you're basically getting 4 blooms and 2 stems. So I'm thinking it probably is supposed to be with the 2 little blooms. I don't know. But I'm going to do that and just make it a little bit extra with these 2 guys. So this is what I'm saying. Like, you have 2 sets of these dies. I will say these do have instruction, just like I've shown you when you download or just save the image under like the little images that they're showing you of the product, and you can do that. One of the examples has like this. The instruction shows 1 bloom on 1 stem, but you know, you do get 2 at the same time. Like, so, oh my goodness, I'm getting all tongue-tied. The instructions do show, or not the instructions, sorry, the example that one has like 2 like this, and I think that looks cute. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'll put 2, and I've got the darker pink and then like a little corally pink for the top, and that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, on all 4. I think I'm only used 3. Honestly, I didn't think one of these was gonna make it because it was off my green paper, and I thought, oh, okay, it's just gonna be in the back, and that's fine. I only want 3 anyway. But they all came out. Like, it came out perfectly. So I'll decorate. I don't know why I just said I wasn't gonna do it, and then I did it anyway. And I'll be right back. Okay, so I do have these 4. Like I said, I'll probably just use 3. And let's get maybe this stuck down. I don't know. They're pretty delicate. There are lots of sprigs in this set, and I want it hanging off the edge a little bit. I was kind of wondering if I should put maybe one of these little flowers in the background. Like there. This one down. As I say, I might have to cut more greenery. Sorry, I should get a little bit closer. like a tall grass kind of in the background. So let me put one back here. See what I can do to cover that. But that's what I was saying. I might have to do a little more greenery, and that's fine. And then these here. Something like that. Yeah, I'll probably find some more greenery, because what I'm going to do is put this guy back in here too. Maybe we do use all 4 that I had cut. And I do have some extra flowers, so I might add in some more if I want to, but let me see. Yeah. Something more like that. Cute. And then this little guy might be in here somewhere, and then a couple more things. That's very cute. I like them kind of overlapping a little bit. More fun. I might cut a little more of that green grass. I might still use the same bright color, because then I can put it here. Like I said, I'm probably going to cut down here. We have lots of other leaves. Maybe another sprig. Just a little shorter one, okay? So I'll be right back. I had some extra flowers, and I even just cut across here just because I really need the top of this flower, so I'm just going to load that up. And they are slightly different, those little flowers. There's one that I don't know if you can tell is bigger, and the other set are smaller. So again, you can layer them or not layer them, whatever as you want. So let me put these 2 together, let them set up, and I have a little bit more greenery. And as I was playing and cutting things out, I think this is what I want it to look like. So I'm gonna let this set up for a moment, and I'll be right back. I realized I put the colors on upside down here. So I switched that out. And again, just a little bit shorter, just something different. I feel like I need another one over here. And again, I like 3s, 1s, 3s, 5s, right? And that was 4, and that's why I already knew it was gonna be kind of awkward with the 4. So let's put that maybe there. It'd be cute. Okay, and then these guys are just gonna be kind of in here. Looks like I already glued some of them down, so I'm just gonna put some glue here so I can still kind of maybe. How did I have that right now? I had it in a way that was like, that's what I want. Oh, you know, I brought this down probably. Okay. I might cut one more light green, but maybe not. Like, that's cute. Just kind of poking out there. Okay, and then maybe behind here I'll add another one of these guys. And then we'll let that set up, and then we'll trim away the excess. That's cute. Okay, just a little more organic. All right, I'll be right back. Okay, so I did let these go off the edge, but back here, I'm just going to look back here and trim these guys off following the shape of the die cut. That one's a little bit thicker. And that is that. So I'm going to glue this to this, and then we'll attach this here. And then we're just going to put this on here. I'm going to stick it down with a little dimensional. And I already put one on, but I figured you might want to see how I'm going to do this. Kind of eyeballing what the midline would be. And just using some bigger pieces of foam adhesive. Oh, I'll cut another piece here. Oh no. That adhesive was stuck to these things, and I come across this every once in a while. I bought these film strips at a scrapbook expo oh my gosh, 15 years ago probably. And they actually had Dorian's name and they had Diego, and this was before Miranda was born, so I have both of them here. And I don't know, I stuck to it and brought it up. Okay. And so I'm just going to close this, but eyeball it. You can definitely put your adhesive here if you're a little bit afraid that you're over adhesiving that part, but I think that looks pretty good. Maybe a little bit over this way. Look at that. Perfect. But again, you can stick it there if you have a better idea of how wide this is, you know. But there's that, and you could have made this into a belly band. Just put a belly band instead of the adhesive and it would slide on and off, you know, however you like. But that came out really pretty and really fun to do, matching the colors with everything that's going around here. So as far as my cardstock, thanks for watching, guys. I will have images coming up. I'll have the links again as appropriate in the description box, and I'll see you all at the next one. Bye now.